Hi there folks, Diesel Johnny Boy here. Yeah, there's a little engine I thought some of you might be interested in. It's a Lister, one of the more modern Lister engines. It's the flat top. It's the LT range, one of the L series engines. This is the LT1, which, like I say, is part of the L series of Lister engines. I believe these engines were first developed in the early 1970s. It's a low horsepower engine, I think up to probably 5 or 6 horsepower, I believe. I think they're a slightly higher revving engine, up to 3,000 RPM, and they're used in that for generators, water pumps, that sort of equipment, pokers and that type of thing. Now this engine here was out of a cement mixer, and as you can probably see, it doesn't have any cowling on it. It's just got the flywheel, which is heavy cast flywheel, and there's the fan, the plastic fan. So you know, we've got plastic on Listers now. We're into the age of plastic and a bit of mass production. A lot of people don't like these engines, but I think it's a very well made engine. It's a tough engine. You know, I've worked on some of these engines that have been in cement mixers, and they have some shocking treatment, and we've taken the sumps off them and everything, you know, and it's like butter in there, and the engine was still running with severe neglect. So it's a tough engine, and it's probably the smallest Lister engine. It's still a bit heavy. It still weighs probably about 90 kilograms. It's that blooming flywheel that weighs so much. But a nice little engine, nice compact little engine. Like I say, it came in several marks. Over the years they've done this, that and the other to them. The camshaft, I think it was originally 19mm, and then they went up to 22mm. But like this one is actually brand new, believe it or not. Brand new. That's 15 years old, admittedly, but it is effectively brand new. I mean, it's done less than 1 hour running. I actually swapped it. A guy wanted, I had a little tarpon gen set with a hedge cutter, and he really wanted that, and he said he'd swap this for it. So I said, alright, fine. I'm more of a diesel man, so yeah, I like this. So I added this to my collection. A very nice little engine and brand new, so yeah, brilliant. So yeah, you got the L series engine is actually still in production. I mean, sadly, Lister is not really what it used to be. It's now Lister Petter. Petter was obviously the other big engine manufacturer, and they amalgamated in the mid-80s to become Lister Petter. And they have struggled recently with the competition from some of these rubbishy Chinese engines and the market. See, Lister Petter engines are just built too well. They just last literally forever if the parts availability. These engines are so well made that they're just over-engineered, and they're a victim of their quality, really. I mean, you buy one of these engines, you look after it, it could last 60 years or even beyond. Well, these Chinese engines, they're cheap and cheerful, run them for 5 seasons and they're scrap. But that's the world we live in, I'm afraid. Actually, this one's got all these decals on, which is nice to see. Lister Petter diesels, L series. So yeah, I'll start her up and you can listen to her. Like I say, this is quite a basic engine. It's low revving. I think it only produces, what does it produce? 0.75 kilowatt. I think it's only running at about 700 RPM, but it's obviously would be belted up to a cement mixer, and that's what its job was. But we'll fire her up for you. I'll just put the camera down a second and we'll start her up. I don't know if you can, so you can see. You might see a little bit. It's got the handle, the modern handle, safety handle. I'll put that in there. The handle, it's got these new safety features on here. It's supposed to help you. It's got like a little button there. Same old principle with the rack on here over this side to stop-start. Have it in a vertical position for starting the engine. Sort of vertical. Start it there. Decompressor up here. You've got the rocker oil pipe here. Oils the rockers coming down from the injector oil pump down here. Injector pumps here, running off the camshaft. Follows a normal Lister format more or less. There's the injector just up here. So obviously these are the flat top Listers, not like your usual thing which you take off the rocker cover. So they've made it quite compact. Anyway, let's start her up for you. She is running, runs sweet. Just evening out now. Nice little engine. By the way, I've seen some people stop engines, diesel engines on the decompressor. Never ever stop your engine on the decompressor. This is not what they're meant for. This is purely for starting the engine. This holds down one of the valves, and so the compression is decreased. Never ever stop it on that though. I've seen people do that, and it can cause a lot of damage in the long run to your valves. You get your pushing a valve down, you can cause a problem with a piston hitting a valve or something. So just don't do that. A bit wobbly here, but I have to make a trolley for this little engine actually. It's one of my little projects to get around to, is to get on a trolley. It's not the best thing on a plank of wood. It does for now though. Oh, I've got something else to show you. Look, it's quite a useful little bit of tool I got off eBay recently. This basically is like a hole punch for making holes. I bet a lot of you engine men have got these things, but I had a small set, but I've recently got an unusual engine and I've got to make some gaskets up. But so this is really good. It cost me about 10 quid. A range of sizes, right from small, I think that's 1/4 inch, 6mm, right up to 1 3/8, 35mm. And you just mount it on this thing, on this sort of mandrel thing, whatever it is, and wall up your gaskets out, make your holes with your gas, make your whatever, should cover most applications for making your gaskets, manifold gaskets and the like. So that's a good bit of kit actually off eBay for 10 quid. You can't really argue with that, can you? Anyway, there you go. There's a little Lister L series engine that's actually still in production. Unfortunately, like I say, Lister Pet are not what they used to be. They make the LT and the LV range still, I believe, up in Dursley in Gloucestershire. But yeah, I'm afraid nothing like they used to make. They used to have a huge range of diesel engines, but I think they make the Alpha range still, and I think they make some gas engines that run on the old gas. But there we go, just hanging in there. Let's hope they keep on going. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch up with you later, and Happy New Year to everyone. Get your engines out, crank the babies up. Cheers.